Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Franco and I work as a physical therapy assistant in the Army. And what that means is I spend most of my time at work teaching people how to exercise and stretch and rehab from either an injury or a surgery that they might have had. My own personal experience with lifting weights is I've been lifting weights for a long time. Well before I started working in physical therapy, I've even competed in a powerlifting meet. I have taken courses on barbell training, and just at work, I've taught hundreds of people how to lift weights properly. So if you have any kinds of questions about that, you can join the stream and ask me there, or you can leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this type of video. Yeah, let's get into it. Damn.
Right, coach.
That doesn't even look like a workout. It just looks like it's fun. Oh. That dude's dead. I didn't see his shoes come off, so maybe he didn't die, but that looks like when he came down, like the position that his arms were in, there's just no way you can expect to like support the momentum of your body weight coming down. I mean, obviously some people probably do it, and maybe he normally can, but right there, that's like oh. Is that gonna hit him in the balls? No. That looks like the fakest response ever. I hate videos like this that are just like Oh, that fall was so much worse than I thought it was gonna be. Ooh, he's also dead. I feel like the only way that someone lives through that is they're just young and like your bones aren't even real bones. It's like they're made out of rubber, and as you get older, they actually become bones. Because I know if I felt like that, I'd be dead. It's like this dude knows what he's doing. He didn't do anything wrong leading up to this. Like, that's not bad form at all. His hip thrusting, he's getting that up there. It just went too far back. But oh, it's weird. It's like it starts to go too far back, and then it just drops straight down right onto his head. And I'm sure that this dude knows how to bail out of this lift, but he just didn't this time, and he paid for it. Oh God, that's like right on the base of his neck. Hits him in the top of the head. So what he's doing right there is he's using smelling salts, or I think that's what's called, smelling salts. It's like ammonia. I could be wrong about that. It's been a long time. But essentially what that does is you smell it and it alerts your nervous system, gets you, like, your central nervous system is just ready to do something. And people do that before they go for like a 1 rep max or for a really heavy lift. It's totally legal, but it looks totally sketchy. But that's what he's using right there. Probably because he's about to do... Why did he step over it? Wait. What? This dude has to know what he's doing normally. He's got the smelling salts. It looks like he's in a pretty cool gym, geared up, ready to go with his belt. It looks like a decent amount of weight, but then I don't know what the hell this is about to be. Okay, I wish I had something that I could like draw on the screen, but when you do a deadlift, you want to have a neutral spine going from your neck to your ass crack, right? Now, granted, when you're doing some sort of super heavy lift, it's kind of natural that you might get a little bit of a curve in your back. It's something you want to avoid. You know, like this dude's not lifting 1,000 pounds, but this is way too much, and it just puts all of this stress on your lower back. I don't know why you even wear a belt at that point if you're not going to brace your core and like engage your muscles. But oh, that looks so painful. Don't be proud of that. Don't be proud of that. Too easy.
Too easy.
No.
500 next week. 600. Next month.
Oh, that's so bad. Why would you be so proud of that? Big time super. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that was almost so bad. All you can do is laugh at that point. I would laugh too if I just narrowly escaped crushing my face. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh. I mean, there's nothing that she was doing wrong before then other than just looking super strange while doing it, and that's not what you should be doing box jumps onto because it's so narrow. And there you go. That's why you don't do that.
Gonna make this good. Our discussion topic.
We give those bands out in the clinic all the time to do strength exercises, or like for small muscles. They're like resistance bands, and I tell people all the time, like, be careful because these things can break, or if you're not careful, you're gonna slap yourself in the face. And if I see it, I will laugh at you. I don't know why these keep surprising me. It's like I know something bad's gonna happen, but it gets me by surprise every time. Ugh, that wasn't really anything bad other than it was just too high for him, but at least it's actually something you're supposed to jump on. At least he has like a soft surface to land on. It's actually pretty high. That's like almost as tall as he is. Yeah, that's like up to his chest. That's impressive. I wouldn't even call that a fail. It just looked bad. This is gonna be the next stretching video I make. At that point, you're not really even lifting it. You're just kind of using the momentum of the bounce. Why are the weirdest people who do the dumbest things always the proudest? What's that? That's like 365. That's not where I thought that was going. I can't tell if this is staged or not. I mean, I want to say it's staged, but... Oh, I love that. That's pretty funny. Oh! Jeez. I was like, this isn't really bad. This dude's jacked and he's like, that's a lot of weight. Oh, that's a whole stack too. And it just snaps. I've always wanted to know how to do a backflip, but I know for certain that if I tried, that's exactly what would happen. I feel like we've all done this as kids. Like if you grew up with parents that had some sort of exercise equipment in the house, I feel like 100% of people who lived in that situation did something stupid on it. They played on it and they did something weird and they knocked it over like this chick's about to do. You deserve every second of it. Oh, that face. There's some more kipping pull-ups. This is how we do push-ups in the Army. So, I mean, it might be super obvious, but one, you're supposed to go all the way down. Two, it helps when you look straight forward with your head. When you're doing push-ups, it's gonna stop you from doing some sort of weird like shoulder movement. You wanna keep a straight back. I mean, like push-ups are pretty simple, but apparently not everyone knows how to do them because this guy exists. Yeah, I like this, the coordination. Is he gonna pass out? Oop.
He overloaded his Windows system.
Oh, yep. So it is perfectly normal to hold your breath when you are lifting weights. It's like I'm gonna mess this up. I think it's the Valsalva Maneuver. This maneuver allows you to create internal pressure and really kind of push yourself. I have heard a really good example where, let's say you were trying to push a car that was, you're trying to push it to the side of the road. Are you going to put your hands on the back of that car, take a breath, and then push while exhaling out like that? Or are you going to kind of just create as much internal pressure, hold your breath, and just push it as far as you can, then stop, take a breath, and then do it over again? You need to know how to do it, and you need to know when you need to bail. And I've been in that position before where I was deadlifting, and it's like your vision starts coming in. It's like black comes in from the edges like a vignette, and you're like, oh, I gotta stop, this is not gonna be good. And usually when I deadlift, if I think that I might have pushed myself a little too hard, I'll just immediately sit down right there on the floor, because if I do pass out, which has never happened, but if I were to pass out, I want to just kind of like slump over from a seated position anyway. So this lift was taking super long. His legs are shaking. He's obviously holding his breath. He's turning red as hell. And this is what happens. Bonk. I hate when people do this. This is like a half squat, or not even a half squat. That's like a quarter squat. If you're not getting parallel with the ground, just lower the weight. You can't lift that much weight if you can't go that far down. If you say that you have bad knees, maybe you do. Chances are your form just kind of sucks. This person's form really sucks. So first off, I hate using anything on the bar to protect your shoulders. You shouldn't need it. If you're placing the bar properly and you're engaging your shoulder muscles properly, it shouldn't hurt. Second, his knees are super far forward because he is bending at his knees first, not his hips. He's hinging at his knees first, not his hips. And that's going to cause your knees to go straight forward, and that will cause knee pain. And I don't know what number I'm on. Third, I think. He's like not going down all the way, and you see his knee starting to cave in. That means his hips aren't strong enough for this, and they're kind of disengaging and causing this super unstable surface. Everything that this dude is doing right now is wrong. No. That is so much pressure on your neck to now go forward and then have that weight on the base of your neck. Oh, that is going to hurt so bad. And he just kind of crumpled down. Usually, if you're going to bail on a squat, it's acceptable to just drop it behind you. But in a squat rack like this, that's kind of dangerous because who knows how far back you stepped, and you might just kind of drop it on the edge and it'll bounce or whatever. So another thing that's perfectly acceptable is to just kind of slowly fall forward, but don't do this with your neck first. That looks super painful. Why? Why would you put that much weight if you're just going to do this weird thing like this? If you've ever seen a video of someone doing this and basically turning their knee into a taco because the weight just comes down and snaps their leg the other way, I'm going to try not to make this video too gory or gruesome or graphic. If there's something like that in these videos, I'll cut it out, and maybe we can just do like one super graphic one in the future with like bicep tendons snapping from deadlifting and people breaking their leg. I don't know. I like watching stuff like that, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. Now, if you want to avoid doing that, just even though this doesn't look like this is what he's going to do, just never ever lock out your legs when you're doing a leg press like this, because if it's too much weight, that locking of the legs, when you lock out your legs, you kind of go almost like negative in your range of motion and add too much weight to that, and it's just going to crumble like a stick. So, pro tip, don't ever lock out your legs when you're doing a leg press. Ever.
Amazing technique.
Oof. Oh, okay, when the weight becomes too heavy, you're going to naturally try to compensate by lifting your butt off the bench, and that is going to put so much stress on your lower back. It's so bad for you. And essentially what he's doing is he's trying to change the angle at which he's pushing this, right? Because he's no longer pushing it away from his chest, like out like this, it's almost like he's pushing it down, right? Almost like he's doing a dip while laying on the ground. So he's trying to change the angle of what he's pushing at to make it easier for himself. But in doing so, he's really putting a lot of stress on his lower back, and he's just lifting too much weight. Oh, that looks so painful. Ooh, invisible lat syndrome. Dude's yoked. Oh, dude, he's doing VR in the gym. But that's a Oculus Quest. You know what, man? You're gonna look super stupid, but whatever. If that gets you into the gym and doing something active, I think it's kind of cool. But you are gonna look stupid.
Watch me.
See, a spot like this, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
The guy looks like he's listening to techno.
I guess he's trying to do some shrugs, but you're getting like no motion. You're moving your neck. That's just like proof that just because someone is fit and maybe strong does not mean that they know what they're doing. This is an assisted pull-up machine. You're supposed to face the other way. You're supposed to put your knees on there and it deloads your weight so you can do pull-ups. But I can see if you don't know how to use it, you do something weird like this. Some shrugs, some rack pulls, some nothing, man. That thing ain't moving. Oh, that's a good way to pull a muscle in your back.
Baby reps everywhere.
All right, there you go.
Have squats. May as well just use it.
So, already, okay, when you unrack weight from a squat rack, you should be very deliberate with your steps out, right? You shouldn't take like 6 steps backing out. I read something one time, like consider each one of those steps a repetition. If you're taking a bunch of steps, you're wasting energy. Second, that belt is super high to the point where I doubt he can even brace his core against the belt to create, like more internal pressure and to support his back as well. It also doesn't look very tight. Oh, and he's using the baby pad. Oh God. Okay, so his back is curling, his knees are caving in, he's only bending his knees pretty much. So his knees are shooting far forward. I've already gone over some of this stuff. And then another thing that people do is they start looking up like this because they think if I look up, it's straightening out my back, but it's not. If anything, you're just like hyperextending your neck. What you want to do is look straight down and in front of you, and that's going to keep your neck straight and it's going to create less pressure on your neck. Oh, that looks painful in so many ways. And he's not going down low enough. Oh, all right.
Master full range motion. See the muscle curve if he trains like that.
I can't tell if this is, again, a joke. This is I think it's called a Pallof press. It's essentially, you're trying to create tension to the side because your body wants to come back towards the center, where the weight's pulling from. So you create that tension and then you engage your core and then you come, forward and back with it to make it even more difficult to keep a straight, tight core. This is like a core exercise. We do it in the clinic all the time, but doing this doesn't do anything.
So definitely more gains.
Looks like a shake weight. That is so much weight, and I hate when people bench with their feet on the bar or the bench. That is also so much weight. You can barely walk out. And what is that spot gonna do? Again, this is not how you... I'd rather just take no spot and just trust the safety bars that you set up. But that's like... What a bummer. I hate when super strong... Oh! You see? What was that spot gonna do? Ooh! Oh! 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 You dumb ass. Hopefully you got to learn something, and I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think about this kind of content. I'd also love to hear some suggestions on what you think that I should react to next. Some ideas that are floating around in my head is maybe throwing in some like VR fails, since it's kind of gaming related, but it's fun to do something that's kind of related to my two topics that I cover a lot, which is fitness and gaming. And then also I know there's an anime, I forget the name of it, but there's an anime that's all about weightlifting. And I think that it would be super fun to maybe react to the first episode or something like that. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, come over to Twitch, hang out. There's Discord. Just do all the things if you want to. If you don't want to, then I don't know. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. What are you looking at, rat? What are you looking at, rat? You want some booze? I told you had a problem. Oh my gosh, that's illegal. What are you doing?